Hey guys, it's Colin with Ghost Train Comics, continuing on our 4-part series on Energon Updated. This is M.A.S.K, M.A.S.K. So, in 1985, toy giant Kenner asked the billion-dollar question. What if you took the military agent gimmick of G.I. Joe and merged it with the transforming vehicle magic of Transformers? The answer was M.A.S.K, Mobile Armored Strike Command, M.A.S.K, led by wealthy philanthropist Trakker. M.A.S.K drove seemingly ordinary cars and trucks that converted into high-tech war machines, fighting the criminal empire V.E.N.O.M, led by the ruthless turncoat Mayhem. Backed by a legendary 75-episode animated series and a beloved toy line, M.A.S.K became an 80s pop culture juggernaut. But its comic publishing history is where things get truly wild, spanning DC Comics, British UK exclusives, IDW shared Hasbro Universe, and now a major reboot inside Skybound's Energon Universe. So let's have a look. Created by Kenner in 1985, M.A.S.K stood out on crowded toy shelves through two major innovations. The 2-inch scale figures, perfectly sized to fit inside vehicle cockpits, and interactive helmets or masks. Each character wore a specialized mask that granted sci-fi abilities. From anti-gravity beams to force fields and even laser blasts. Vehicles featured spring-loaded transformations. Chevy Camaro turned into a gull-wing fighter jet, Thunderhawk. A semi-truck deployed a mobile command center, Rhino. And a helicopter converted into a supersonic jet, Switchblade. To drive toy sales, Kenner partnered with DIC Entertainment to produce a 75-episode syndicated animated series running from 1985 to 1986. The show pitted Trakker's multinational force against Venom's worldwide criminal schemes. Though Series 3 and 4 shifted toward a racing theme that caused domestic interest to cool down, M.A.S.K cemented itself in the long term as an 80s icon. And whilst the cartoon targeted younger kids, comics publishers gave M.A.S.K a sharper, more tactical edge. In late 1985, DC Comics launched a 4-issue miniseries written by Michael Fleisher, known for his edgier 1970s writing in horror comics like Ghost Rider, etc., followed by a 9-issue ongoing series featuring legendary Superman artist Curt Swan. DC leaned into the Cold War espionage aspects, treating Trakker and Mayhem's rivalry as a high-stakes intelligence war. Whilst over in the United Kingdom, publisher Fleetway acquired the license and published a long-running weekly M.A.S.K comic from 1987 to 1988. Fleetway expanded the lore significantly, introducing original vehicles, deeper M.A.S.K powers, and darker storylines where Venom posed a genuine global terrorist threat. When Hasbro consolidated its retro properties under IDW Publishing, writer Brandon Easton and artist Tony Vargas reimagined M.A.S.K for the 2016 Revolution crossover event that IDW did. In IDW's Hasbro comic book universe, Matt Trakker was a young strategist recruited by Miles Mayhem. Crucially, the transformation and M.A.S.K tech weren't just military inventions. They were engineered using reverse-engineered Cybertronian or 13 radiation. When Mayhem betrayed the team to form V.E.N.O.M, Trakker led the remaining operatives as an independent force, operating alongside Transformers, G.I. Joe, ROM, and the Micronauts. That brings us to the modern Renaissance. In 2026, Robert Kirkman's Skybound Entertainment officially launched M.A.S.K as part of the Energon Universe, written by Dan Waters, with stunning kinetic art by Pye Parr. Skybound's Reboot hits the ground running. Wanted by the US government for a crime he didn't commit, Matt Trakker goes rogue, recruiting specialists to form M.A.S.K and hunt down Miles' Mayhem. The series fuses espionage with cosmic threats, featuring shocking crossovers, including Mayhem saving subatomic tyrants like Baron Karza from the Micronauts lore. So, whether you guys grew up popping M.A.S.K helmets onto 2-inch figures, watching the DIC cartoon on weekday mornings or in reruns, or reading their new adventures in Skybound's Energon Universe this year, M.A.S.K remains one of the ultimate mashups in toy and comic history. What was your favorite M.A.S.K vehicle back in the day? Thunderhawk, Rhino, or Switchblade? Let me know in the comments below, and as always guys, would appreciate any likes, subscribe so we can keep you updated, and any shares that you care to do if you enjoyed this video. But I hope you stay with me for the remaining 2 parts of this 4-part exploration of Energon 2026 Updated. Thank you so much for taking this time with me, and take care of yourselves. Bye bye.